Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of someone saying they're angry that men won't stop hiding their love for bigger women. Apparently, there are a lot of men online who are into larger women, but they're too afraid to admit it in public. Today's video is going to be a much shorter video. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
I'm literally disgusted by men who claim only online, that they love big girls. They love plus size girls, right? I just saw this post, and this beautiful plus size woman posted a picture of herself, and she was like, okay, so like, you know, who are the men who actually like BBW women, who like plus size women? Like, who are you actually? What do you look like? You know what I mean? Everyone and their dad was in those comments being like, oh, me. Pick me, right?
Okay. We're getting a lot of support from online people.
I love big women. I love plus size women. All these men, right? Do you?
Why don't you believe me?
Do you?
Why are you looking at me all accusatorily? That's a weird way to respond when somebody's like, dude, I'm really into you. You're like, are you? Are you really? I appreciate the neurosis of that. I'm also fairly neurotic myself.
Or are you just like faking it online? I know you're faking it online. Like,
why are people faking their love for larger women online? Why would they do that?
I know you are. You're faking it.
Are they really? Or is this just one of those like things where we can't believe that somebody's into us or something because we're insecure? I think we've all been there where somebody was into us and we didn't really believe it because we were insecure. Like when I was younger, dude, I was a freaking mess. Dude, when I was younger, I was so insecure that I couldn't even acknowledge that somebody was into me. Like if somebody was like, damn, you're hot, I'd be like, dude, stop screwing around. Like now if somebody says you're hot, I'm like, you're damn right I am. Now get the hell away from me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a cocky douche. If somebody says that I am attractive, I say thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment, and I move on with my life.
Or you do love plus size women, but you hide it out on the streets. Like,
Lover of plus size women in the sheets, fat shamer on the streets. Dang it.
Like out in real life, you hide that.
Where are you getting this from? You're assuming that the dudes in your comments that are like, I like larger women, are actually hiding their love for larger women in real life? Why do you assume that?
You're embarrassed by it. Only online are you gonna like pretend like you actually, you know, like big women.
Why would anybody pretend?
Because you're afraid that like in real life your homies are gonna, you know, think a certain way about you, right?
Okay, that's true. That's valid. There's a lot of dudes who have whatever type of preference, sometimes for a larger woman, and they won't be with a larger woman or whatever because they're embarrassed to be seen with her in front of their homies. Like you're saying, that's actually a phenomenon. I don't know how we're getting all that, like, just from reading people's comments, though. Like, if someone's like, I think you're hot, I like larger women, how are we to assume that that person would not be seen with you in public? You know, like, we don't really know from an online comment.
Another thing that grinds my gears is when men post their woman and she's big, right? They post her online and are like, what do you want? Like, what the fuck?
What? So, if I happen to be with a larger woman and I post a picture of us online, you think I'm trying to get some kind of brownie points or something? I can't just post pictures of me and my woman who happens to be large. What the heck? Alright, man, now things are getting weird. I can't just post some relationship pictures with me and my larger woman? I'm trying to, like, get brownie points from the internet or something? Like, I don't understand.
Like the way that they're posting her is like a trophy, but not in like a, oh, she's beautiful, right, kind of way. It's posting her as a trophy of like, I am progressive, aren't I?
How does that type of photo differ from the photo that's like, hey, here's me with my girlfriend? How does the, oh my god, I'm so progressive picture differ from the, hey, look at me and my girlfriend picture? How can we tell by looking at those two different photos. Like, because from my perspective, if I see a couple just standing there in a photo, I don't think that they're trying to prove how progressive they are or anybody's trying to prove anything. Just a lovely couple having a wonderful time down at Applebee's. What the hell's the problem?
Because I like a big woman, and I'm not, and I'm proud of it. I'm so progressive, huh?
Okay, so we have a problem with men proclaiming their love of larger women. We don't think they're being genuine. And we also have a problem with people posting their relationship photos. We think they're doing it just to get attention and just to be like, hey, I'm so progressive, or whatever.
Like you're a hero? You know what I mean? Am I the only one who thinks this? Anyway.
I think you're the only one that thinks that. Like, if I show a photo of me with my larger girlfriend, you think I'm trying to be a hero. Maybe I'm just in love with this person and I'm showing the world. Like, or it's our photo to get whatever. Like, why does it have to be that negative thing and I'm trying to be so progressive? Like, can you just accept my love, goddammit? God damn it! Can you just accept my love?
Back to what I was talking about to begin with. This girl in her comments, all these men, the post that I was talking about like a second ago, all these men in her comments posting pictures of themselves, and they're all very fine men. They're very handsome, right?
That makes me mad too. What the hell?
You look at the look at their profile, okay? Look at the people they're following. They don't like big women. They're just doing it for clout.
We've got attractive men with high follower counts coming to larger women's pages and giving them compliments as a form of virtue signaling? Is that what's going on here?
They're just saying that for a pat on the back, to be labeled as like a hero.
Okay, well, if that is happening, that's very strange.
The people they're following are not... Dude, it doesn't reflect. It doesn't make sense. You're following like a bunch of Bonnie Blues.
And then you're gonna proclaim your love for larger women after you follow a bunch of Bonnie Blues? What the heck? I don't know what that means. But just because some dude doesn't follow larger women, does that mean that he's not into larger women? If people are virtue signaling, like to try to look good in front of others, like, I love larger women, but they don't, that's real weird.
Okay, anyway, done.
Alright, well, if you're gonna follow a bunch of Bonnie Blues, you can't follow a plus-sized babe like me. Everybody knows that. I don't know what a Bonnie Blue is. That's probably like a super common phrase. Like, what? You don't know what a Bonnie Blue is, you moron? Sorry. Okay, so I'm having a hard time believing that people are going to other people's pages and pretending to be into larger women for some reason. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around that. Luckily, there's a part 2. Next. Now she's going to be responding to this comment that reads, I feel like the men who genuinely love plus-sized women don't go around announcing it, the same way truly nice guys don't need to announce that they're nice.
Good morning. I'm going to use this comment to address a few things on that video because some of y'all did not get the point
Well, you said some pretty wild things.
of that video. Like, okay, that video had nothing to do with people's preferences. I never said shit about people's preferences.
Right. It was about dudes not admitting their love for larger women or pretending to be into larger women to virtue signal.
You can have preferences. Like, nobody is arguing that. Damn. Another thing I see too many men in that comment section saying is, I would love to have, like, a plus-size baddie girlfriend, but, like, I'm so ugly.
What? Okay, this is getting interesting. I've never been to one of these plus-size pages where we have all these bizarre comments.
I'm so ugly, like, I wish I could have one, but, like, just give me a chance, you guys, but I'm just, like, so ugly you probably won't. Dude, I can't stand that. Get out of my comments.
She does not respect that weak-assness. Oh, I wish I could have someone like you, but I'm just... Oh... What's the response to that comment supposed to be? Like, oh no, you're fine enough for a plus-size baddie like me. Let's be together. That weird, like, insulting ourselves in the hopes that these other random people will disagree with us and be like, no, man, you're actually dope, or whatever. Like, that's a very silly approach. You'd probably never want to be with someone like me. Yeah, that's right. Not with that weak-ass attitude, I wouldn't. Oh, you guys would never want to be with somebody with the mustache. Oh.
Like, don't say that. Don't say that. Because I cannot not be mean about it. Like, If you comment that, I will be mean. Period.
Well, that's the appropriate response, because people that leave those type of comments are looking for you to lift them up since they just tore themselves down. And you're probably not into it either, which I respect.
Another thing, if you are a man who decided to comment on that video, or you're a man, right? And you're watching that video.
Somewhat a man, I guess. I don't know.
And your thought is, let me comment my perspective on this. Like, what? Why? Why? Where in that video was I like, men, can you please speak to this? That video wasn't for you.
For me? You said that if I post a picture with me and my larger girlfriend, I'm just doing that to be progressive. And then you also said if I proclaim my love for larger women, that I'm just screwing around and I don't really mean it, or I won't admit it in public. So how am I not supposed to have an opinion on that? I love saying that video wasn't for you. When somebody sees our video and disagrees with it or says that we're nutty or crazy or whatever, like when people are like, man, that video that you made was crazy as hell, I can't believe you said all that. Your response is, that wasn't for you. Like, I'm gonna start using that anytime anybody gets mad at anything I say. Anytime I make an offensive joke and people just stare at me like this, instead of laughing, I'm gonna be like, that wasn't for you. That wasn't for any of you guys. Why did you listen to that? You guys didn't listen to those words I just said, did you? What the heck? Close your ears. That was not for you.
Video wasn't for you, bitch. And
you're gonna call me the B word? What the heck? Sorry, my voice started changing.
You know that.
I don't know anything. God damn it.
Don't give me your perspective on, like, well, I don't think that's, like, really the truth. Like, I don't think that your perspective is, like, super honest. Like, men...
So nobody's allowed to disagree with you.
Telling me that my perspective isn't accurate?
I don't know why it's blowing your mind and making you so upset that people disagreed with you.
Okay. As if I haven't lived it? As if there's not, like, 100 other women in those comments who have also lived it?
Well, I don't know about whether or not anybody has lived it. The things that you said were not provable at all. You can't prove that somebody in the comments actually isn't into larger women and they're just screwing around. And you also can't prove that a person who is literally with a larger woman and posting pictures of it online is just posting those pictures to be progressive or to get brownie points or whatever. You literally can't prove either one of those things.
Shut up! Now, I'm not saying that I didn't want any men to comment.
I thought you did say that.
That's not what I was saying, so don't, like, turn it into, like, a sexist thing, alright? Like, chill. Because there were a few men in those comments that I agreed with, and I appreciated their comment.
Okay, do you appreciate my comments?
And I liked their comment.
Okay.
Okay? Like, the majority of y'all, though, get the f*** out, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I don't know if I know what you're saying. Apparently, a lot of people disagreed with what she said in the first video, and it's making her angry, as we can see by the second video. I think there might be a bit of insecurity at play when we can't accept that certain people are just into us, or they actually like us, right? Like, when someone sends us a comment saying, I like you a lot, and you respond with, really? Do you really like me? To me, that says that you can't really accept that somebody likes you. When someone says something positive to you, you can't accept that it's just positive. You assume it must be some sort of backhanded compliment or there must be something negative to it. Even when somebody is literally in a relationship with a larger person, you assume that their photos that they share online are just some sort of weird display. That's really weird. Like, this dude is so committed to trying to look progressive that he literally got into a relationship with a larger woman and then started posting photos like, damn, he's really dedicated to the grift. Like, no, I think he's really in a relationship with that person and he's just posting his photos because he's happy or whatever, you know? Like, people are happy sometimes. I don't know about that either, honestly. So personally, I disagree with all of the aforementioned, but what do you think? Do some men pretend to be into larger women online just to virtue signal? Are other dudes into larger women but they're afraid to admit it in public? And if somebody posts a photo of them and a larger person that they happen to be in a relationship with online, are they just trying to be progressive? Leave a comment below. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching. commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.